Now on Coast TV News.
A frigid start to our Wednesday with feels like temperatures beginning in the single digits and teens for many of us. The latest on the Arctic surge along with the cold and more snow is in the forecast. I'll tell you how much. I'll have all the details coming up.
Icy impact on driving. The advisory in effect in Delaware as you get ready to hit the roads this morning.
Georgetown tackles marijuana, the next step in establishing guidelines for recreational use in the Sussex County seat.
Swan song for a senator. In his final year representing Delaware, I talked to Tom Carper about his decision to retire from politics.
This is Coast TV News Today.
It is Thursday, January 17th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
That page is very cold in this 5 o'clock hour.
Yes. I would say freezing.
Yes.
Is that fair?
Oh, it was cold. Ice, talk about freezing. Ice a factor on some of our roads. There are a number of delays. So if you look at the bottom of your screen, we have that crawl that shows you the delays. You also can find the delays on the Coast TV News app and website.
All of that good stuff. And hey, just a little heads up for you if you're walking outside the car, like driving the car today, wasn't too bad. Walking in, some patches of ice. So maybe that's the same way where you work. So just be careful.
Was it mild conditions in your garage? That's the big question.
It was cold in my garage, and that's how you know it's cold outside. Okay. But let's, it's Wednesday, so I want to make everyone chuckle briefly.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, baby, this includes
She's been
Bob.
hinting at it all morning, folks.
I have. So one of our favorite viewers, who's a member of the Milton Police Department, Bob, has kind of a joke for you. So I'm going to relay it. Again, this is not from me. This is from him. Bob, it's freezing outside today, right?
Yes.
It's so cold.
Yes.
But it's always warm in the corner of your bedroom. I'm going to mess this up here because it's always 90 degrees.
In the corner.
In the corner of your room.
Oh, yes, in the corner, 90 degrees. Yes, the whole angle thing. Isosceles triangle. No, but that's cool. I like that. I wish it was 90 degrees actually outside, Paige. Good morning, guys. It is very cold. We're looking at teens to around 20 degrees. These are actual temperatures. We tell folks to bundle up. You want to cover up the extremities and exposed skin this morning. 19 in Millsboro, 18 in Redden and Georgetown, 19 in Bethany Beach, 19 in Rehoboth. So everybody is cold this morning, and we've got an icy wind out of the northwest. So those feels like temperatures, what it feels like on the exposed skin. 7 Georgetown, 9 in Milton, 9 in Lewis, 11 in Bethany Beach. So you get the picture. Very, very cold. It even looks icy on the satellite picture. We have clear skies. It will be a sunny day, but awfully cold. So let's walk you through it. Teens and low 20s early on, lower 20s mid-morning. By noon, full sunshine, but only mid-20s. And some folks will get to 30 this afternoon, but most of us are stuck in the 20s and feeling much colder with the wind. Actual temperatures, teens and then 20s. And then we're looking at single digits early on as far as the wind chills, and then feeling like 20 later in the day. Bundle up.
Thanks, Bob. And checking on the roads, this is moments ago in Ocean City. Not a lot of traffic on the road. Right there, this is the US 50 drawbridge. It doesn't look like there's a lot of ice either. In Delaware, there is a statewide level 1 driving emergency. That is still in effect, according to the Emergency Management Agency, and this will continue into the morning hours today. Delawareans, the likelihood of ice on the roads, DelDOT crews are continuing to treat the roads, so if you are driving, just use a little extra caution out there.
Happening today, Georgetown could decide how it allows marijuana in town limits. This comes as many coastal communities already have banned the drug. Now, the Planning Commission will focus on 3 big ordinances. Places where marijuana can be sold or tested will be considered in specific commercial and industrial districts. But an ordinance would limit the number of marijuana dispensaries to just 2. It will also limit marijuana cultivation centers, testing centers, and manufacturing centers to 1 each. This public hearing is set for today at 6 p.m.
The Delaware Health and Human Development Committee, they approved a change that would make it easier for people to get their hands on medical marijuana. So let's break this down. This is House Bill 285. It would get rid of the requirement for people to have a debilitating medical condition in order to qualify for medical marijuana access. Instead, doctors would make that decision. Additionally, people 65 and older would be able to determine their qualifications themselves for a medical card. Now, the owner of one local dispensary told Coast TV that this is a long-needed change in Delaware.
Doctors should be able to recommend cannabis for any condition that they see fit, just like a doctor can prescribe a medicine for any condition that they see fit. So I think that's a really important change that's going to improve access.
And as for when you could start seeing recreational dispensaries starting to open, well, the state's marijuana commissioner's not even accepting applications for business licenses until this August.
Now, many other coastal communities, they of course have already made their decision on regulating marijuana, so we're going to catch you up here. So far, Rehoboth Beach has placed a ban on marijuana businesses and smoking in public. Dewey Beach has banned the sale of the drug within town limits. Dagsboro, they've banned the sale and production of the drug. However, Lewis and Georgetown, they've not come to a decision on a ban as of yet. They are continuing discussions.
Moving on, a blood shortage is prompting the American Red Cross to get the blood pumping in Sussex County. Facing the worst donation numbers in 20 years, the Red Cross supplies 40% of the nation's blood, says this low blood could create a domino effect of problems in Sussex County. And according to the organization, donations are needed, especially this time of year, as severe weather means more accidents and hospitals needing to do more blood transfusions.
Definitely rely on blood for traumas. We may have a trauma that could occur at any time that requires an immediate transfusion. We also have other surgeries such as open heart surgeries, orthopedic surgeries that may require transfusions. So we want to have blood on hand for that.
And while all blood types are encouraged to donate, type O, it's among the most transfused blood type for hospitals, so that is the one that it's greatly needed.
If you're looking to donate near Rehoboth Beach, Movies at Midway, partnering with the Blood Bank of Delmarva for a very special blood drive on January 20th. Donors can contribute to this vital cause and receive a free movie ticket in return. This drive is from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. And this initiative aims to address, like Matt just said, that winter blood shortage and celebrate National Blood Donor Month.
Yeah, this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what would motivate you to donate blood.
All right, well, this is some good news. 60% of you say the community needs. So I bet a lot of people come out this week and this weekend to donate blood. And then everything else pretty even. Incentives like that movie ticket we talked about, convenience, and personal experience. I understand that.
Yep.
I will say I passed out once giving blood.
Yes.
But the rest of the times it's been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it another try.
I remember that page.
That was very embarrassing, but it's okay.
I do remember that, though.
Yeah, we won't get into that right
Yeah.
now. Go donate. It is really a great cause. It gets better. If you haven't voted yet, you still can. Head to coasttv.com or our mobile app. Well, today, the Delaware General Assembly is scheduled to discuss several proposed bills that all relate to health, pensions, and salaries. According to the agenda, the Senate Health and Social Services Committee will be discussing several key bills, including changes to medical treatment orders and pharmacy practices. The House Judiciary is addressing police and firefighter pensions, and the House Education Committee. They will be debating measures related to student activities and teacher salaries. The Assembly says the House will meet at 2 p.m. The Senate will meet at 4.
Well, Tom Carper's political career began when Jimmy Carter was president, and in early January 2025, it will end with Carper's longtime friend Joe Biden in office.
And now Tom Carper reflects on his time serving the people of Delaware.
It is a life that has seen service to our country during the Vietnam War and for nearly 50 years, in one form or another, representation of Delaware in government. That long career is nearing an end, as this past May, Tom Carper announced he will retire after his Senate term expires in January of 2025. I recently had the chance to talk with Carper about that decision and his career.
We got people who's running, who's not running.
No.
Right now, I've got you in a list of people who's not running, unless you have breaking news for me.
No. I've had a great run.
Okay.
It's over 20 years in the Navy, and chance to be Delaware's treasurer, congressman, governor, senator, and lead the National Governors Association, and chair a couple of committees in the Senate. My crew and I, we'd float on missions and had chow with my crew, and the day was over, and I remember opening the mail, and there was Time and Newsweek, and I started reading who won president and all these Senate races, and I read about a place called Delaware, where a 29-year-old guy named Joe Biden upset an icon to become at 29 elected to the United States Senate. I thought, there's a state where a young person might have a chance to be involved. But my colleagues say to me that one of the things that they will miss most about me is my willingness to reach across the aisle and to with a hand of friendship. Principle, you're not going to do stuff that I think is dumb or stupid or foolish, but to always be finding how do we work together, how do we get things done that need to get done. Well, actually, I'm very proud of the kind of state. When I came to the state right out of the Navy, we had the worst credit rating in the country. We're tied for dead last with Puerto Rico, where our ability to create jobs and provide jobs and economic opportunity, we were in the toilet. and we've come so far. We're fiscally responsible here. We have the best credit rating in the country. We have one of the best jobs in terms of lowest unemployment rates in the country. We work really hard to make sure people have access to health care. And so I'd like to see that's part of my legacy, part of our legacy. And I feel feel blessed to have had a chance to help lead the state at the time when those things happened. When I announced I was not going to run for re-election, I said I was going to run through the tape. That's something they say in track and field for the runners. You don't stop before you run through the tape. You run through the tape. And I'll run through the tape, and there are going to be plenty of other opportunities for me to serve. I'll find them. And I don't need to get paid for them, but I want to continue to contribute as much as I can.
He may move a little slower as he approaches that finish line, as Tom Carper will no longer have a campaign to run in. This also ends an era. Carper is the last senator to have served in the Vietnam War. When he returned home from Vietnam, he found a divided country. He leaves Congress with many divisions still left in the U.S. For Coast TV News, I'm Matt Pensick. And for more on Coast TV exclusive interview with Senator Tom Carper, go to coasttv.com/decision2024. And tonight on Coast TV News at 6, we continue our series Decision 2024 Preview Week. We take a look at the race for the open House seat and 3 state officials vying to be the next representative from Delaware. That's tonight's installment of Decision 2024 Preview Week on Coast TV News at 6.
Looking forward to that. Right now, let's take a live look at the U.S. Capitol today. President Biden will be meeting with congressional leaders to discuss a supplemental spending bill.
Yeah, the proposed legislation aims to send aid to Israel, Ukraine, Taiwan, and the U.S. border with Mexico. The sit-down comes one day after the Senate voted in favor of advancing a short-term funding extension.
However, challenges remain, and the clock is ticking as another funding deadline is coming soon. John Lawrence shows us more.
Just over 2 weeks into the new year, and U.S. lawmakers are racing around trying to keep the government up and running.
House and Senate negotiators work hard to reach an agreement on top-line government funding levels for the current fiscal year.
If they can't come to terms, funds for key government agencies, including military construction, Veterans Affairs, transportation, the Energy Department, and housing, will dry up.
Work continues to deliver full-year appropriations through regular order. Shutting down the government, even part of it, would interrupt this important progress.
In order to prevent a partial shutdown, the House and Senate have to pass a short-term funding extension and get it to the president's desk. The deadline, 11:59 p.m. Eastern on Friday.
Now, while most Democrats and Republicans want to avoid a shutdown, a small group of hard-right extremists seem dead set on making a shutdown a reality.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says a bipartisan effort is needed for the continuing resolution, but House Speaker Mike Johnson is getting grief from some in the GOP, including the House Freedom Caucus, who posted, quote, "This is what surrender looks like."
The only tactic the hard right has in its playbook is to bully everyone else into submission, just like Donald Trump does.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
And we are just getting started this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, you could win big at Restaurant Week in Berlin. We'll tell you about how hundreds of dollars could be yours.
He sounds good. And Dewey Beach, they want to do right by the environment and bring people together while doing it. We're telling you what the town is discussing regarding the Dewey in Bloom project.
And Disney making decisions on leadership. We'll tell you why the company is rejecting a recommendation to its board. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
On Coast Life, join us for a visual journey through the 2024 Bethany Beach Photo Contest. Then, learn about the impactful partnership between BB Healthcare and Nemours, transforming pediatric care locally. Coast Life on Coast TV.
Welcome to Bethany Blues Barbecue's newest location, Downtown Blues. Located 1 block off the avenue in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Downtown Blues is offering exceptional barbecue, fantastic seasonal specials, with a fully stocked bar, guaranteed for great times with your friends and family. Don't forget, carryout is available daily from open till close. We look forward to seeing you soon at Downtown Blues.
Life's Energy Wellness Center is an outpatient mental health and wellness clinic serving Maryland's Eastern Shore in a calming and insightful environment. We provide psychiatry, counseling, outpatient treatment for children, adults, and families. We all know everyday life has its challenges, but our friendly clinicians are here to help you develop new relationships and restore connections, perspectives, and skills for overall wellness. Come to one of our 3 locations or the option of telehealth to start your journey to wellness today.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
All new drill. Dan Levy. You have a scene where she's meeting a guy on a dating app. Are you on an app?
I am on an app.
Can you imagine if this is the moment?
Works for both of us.
Wednesday at noon on CoastTV.
5:16 on this icy cold Wednesday morning. Here's our Spicer Brothers Cam from Salisbury. 19 for you. We've got a northwesterly breeze, and that just hits your face and it stings. We've got upper teens, Delmar through Millsboro and Milton, 18 in Lewis, 17 in Greenwood, and 17 in Milford. We've got a northwest breeze around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but at times it's gusting close to 20. So a big ouch on the feels like temperatures. Feels like 7 in Georgetown, 9 in Seaford, 8 in Lewis. So you get the picture. You want to bundle up and maybe drive the kids to the bus stop this morning. Off to school, 17 actual temperature. Feeling colder with the wind, and heading home, well, no picnic either. Lots of sunshine, very cold in 29.
All right, Bob, thank you. Delaware Governor John Carney has selected his choice for the new head of the Department of Corrections, Tara Taylor, who has been with the department since 1997 and most recently served as its acting commissioner, is his nominee. Her appointment now awaits the approval of the Delaware State Senate.
Fenwick Island Beach Patrol is now hiring for summer 2024, and there are 28 available spots. The hours stretch from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It begins Memorial Day. Tryouts will be held in the spring. Applicants will be contacted regarding the time and date.
Disney now mapping out its future and rejecting activist investor Nelson Peltz's recommendations for the company's board of directors. The entertainment giant says its own recommendations will create a strong board that will focus on the long-term performance and the company and develop a succession plan.
Uber is shutting down the alcohol delivery service Drizzly. This comes after Uber bought Drizzly for $1.1 billion in 2021. Drizzly boasted a larger selection of beer, wine, and liquor, which could be ordered in areas where alcohol delivery was legal. Drizzly will now be integrated into Uber Eats, which also offers alcohol.
Still ahead this morning, Dewey Beach talking about the Dewey in Bloom project. We're telling you how they want to use the project to bring people together.
Icy cold at the beach this morning. Dry tech cam from Ocean City. You can see the water all churned up. 21 there. Feeling much colder with the wind. So we're looking at lots of sunshine today. That not helping much. I'll have more on the cold. Plus another round of snow on the way. I'll check it out on Futurecast after the break. Stay tuned.
At Draper Media, we offer more than TV and radio advertising. We reach your customers wherever they are, at the gas pump, in bars and restaurants, driving around Delmarva, in a taxi or rideshare at the beach, on social media, or searching for products and services, checking their email, and listening to podcasts or streaming video. Let our team build a plan that best fits your business. Email Frank Hamilton.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, our First Alert weather team is always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
So we're looking for it to begin to make its way towards Fenwick Island pretty quickly here.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
Our promise is to guide, inform, and protect.
Make sure you are remaining weather aware tomorrow.
Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV and the First Alert Weather Team. Your safety, our commitment.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on Coast TV.
All right, it's 5:20 on this Wednesday morning. In the middle of your screen, we are showing you a live look at Ocean City. Bob, firsthand experience, that cold is going to hit you when you walk out the door today.
It will, Matt. You had mentioned that to me. It's, you have the cold and then you come around the corner of a building and then boom, you get that wind and just, whew, it stings. So you really want to cover up all the extremities this morning. If you're outside long enough, it's possible you could get a frostbite, but that's for a long period of time. Make sure you scan the QR code lower left part of your screen. That will get you to the Coast TV weather app. 5-day temperature trend, probably the coldest stretch of weather we've seen all winter long. 30 the high today. We'll see lots of sunshine. It does bounce back to 41 on Thursday. That'll feel pretty nice compared to what we're looking at today. 37 Friday and then really cold into the weekend. Only 27 on Saturday and then Sunday 33. But that's the last of the cold air blasts because we do warm it up into next week. Temperatures out the door this morning into the upper teens to around 20 in Salisbury, 19 Millsboro, 18 in Milton, 19 in Bethany Beach, Indian River Inlet, 19. So everybody in on the deep freeze. And we've got this northwest wind up to 20 miles per hour. Indian River Inlet, they're gusting to 28. That is brutal and this kind of cold. And elsewhere, gusting close to 15 miles per hour in some cases. So those feels like temperatures, feels like 3 above in Indian River Inlet, 7 in Georgetown, 9 in Seaford, 9 in Lewis, 10 in Delmar. So we really can't stress enough. Just be careful out there in this intense cold as we are looking at clear skies. So we'll see sunshine and we've got a lot of clear skies back to our west. It's just Arctic high pressure that's giving us all this cold. So we'll continue with temperatures only in the low 20s by 9 a.m. We'll see full sunshine by noon. Only mid 20s will do it. And then maybe some places hitting 30. Maybe Selbyville and Delmar and Salisbury hitting 30. But around 28 Georgetown for a high, 28 for Dewey Beach, and then it's very cold as we go into this evening, and it's going to be back into the 20s as we go into your Thursday morning. I think we'll see more clouds on Thursday. The flow does turn out of the southwest a little bit, so upper 30s close to 40. We'll thicken up those clouds as we go into Thursday evening, but it feels like temperatures this morning in the single digits, feeling like teens this afternoon and into tonight, so still very cold. That does ease up a little bit on into Thursday afternoon, and we have another round of snow coming as we go into Friday. Could be a little bit of rain or a mix along the coast, but for the rest of us, it's snow. Could pick up another inch or so of snow, pretty much like the last system as that goes through Friday. Then it looks like it does wind down Friday night, then another cold blast into the weekend. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. It's a cold one, 30 today, 41 Thursday, that shot of snow Friday, 37, then really cold into the weekend, 27 Saturday, 33 on Sunday. But there is hope for a warm-up. Monday, 41, close to 50 on Tuesday. Our umbrella winner today is Melissa Evans from Lewis. Congratulations, Melissa, on your brand new umbrella from Coast TV and Paul Davis.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Hey, we're thrilled to announce Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page. Before I tell you more, open up your camera app, all right? I'll tell you why in a second. For the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions, make sure to visit and follow our new Facebook page. You have two options. Head to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or use that camera app that you opened up, scan the QR code that's on your screen.
All right, Paige said so. I'm opening up my camera app right here.
There.
Well, moving on, there is Lewis and Bloom, or Hobith and Bloom, and now Dewey Beach is looking into starting a Dewey in Bloom. The Town Marketing Committee will discuss later this month how a Dewey in Bloom program could help connect the community through planting flowers. Town says it is looking for ways to bring people together while taking care of the place they call home. And a vote on a plan to bring to Dewey Beach commissioners, that could take place on January 30th.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, you could win hundreds of dollars at Berlin Restaurant Week. We're telling you why the local restaurants look forward to this every year. Don't go anywhere.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on Coast TV.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Gamey Elliott in Salisbury today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's always a beautiful day for learning at Shells, where we prepare your child to excel in school with our pre-K program that exceeds school standards. With lessons that'll develop your child's word recognition, social skills, reading readiness, and more. Taught by certified teachers in a healthy, caring learning environment.
Shells has helped my children excel in schools from the time they started pre-K.
Register now and save up to $2,600 a year with openings at all of our locations. Shells, preparing our future generation.
Enjoy an evening of elegance and unmask a child's future at the 10th Annual Boys and Girls Club Masquerade Ball. Dress up and bring your finest mask to the Lighthouse Cove Event Center in Dewey Beach on Saturday, February 24th. Doors open at 6 for live and silent auctions, an open bar, dinner, and dancing. Save the date and help fund scholarships and key initiatives that benefit kids in our community. For more information, call 302-841-9639.
Were you calling the shots, though, Mr. President, ultimately? Was the Biden administration caught off guard by this latest surge of migrants? Is it clear who's going to govern Gaza once this war is over? If it's Sunday, it's Meet the Press.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
How would you, yes you, like to win $600? It's a real possibility in the town of Berlin. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe tells us how you can win big in prizes.
Grab a ticket, get it stamped 3 times, put it in a jar. That's all you have to do to have a chance at winning $600 in prizes. Berlin's Restaurant Week lets you visit 3 different restaurants in town to get your stamps.
All of our restaurants have specials going on this week for lunch and for dinner. You can pop in and try something new and get to enjoy the restaurants in the off season.
Grab a ticket from the Berlin Welcome Center and start eating. Restaurant owners around Berlin look forward to this every year.
It's been absolutely amazing, better than I would have ever anticipated. Friday was the first day and it was insanely busy, and it just continued to get busier and busier over the weekend.
This is the town's 6th year doing Berlin's Restaurant Week. The last day to get your Berlin ticket stamped is this Thursday. So be sure to come out, support local businesses, and maybe win a prize. I'm Kevin Zappe with Coast TV News.
Meteorologist Bob Burr.
Burr is the word.
Good word
Yeah,
today
guys.
for our beaches. Bob.
Yeah, it is chilly out there today. Big time, guys. You want to bundle up, cover up the extremities, even along the beaches, as we are looking at lots of sunshine, but it's a chilly start. Teens and lower 20s. We're only into the lower 30s by the noon hour, so only lower 30s along the beaches. If you're taking the ferry from Lewis to Cape May, bundle up. Freezing temperatures into the upper 20s. The same for Rehoboth as well. There is a bit of a reprieve as we go into tomorrow, but then another blast of cold air into the weekend and some snow in between. I'll talk about that in detail coming up in just a bit.
Looking forward to it, Bob. Also coming up after the break, passengers now suing Boeing after that door plug blew out mid-flight. We're telling you what the lawyer is alleging from the experience.
Also, the clock ticks for an agreement on a government spending bill. We'll tell you what each side of the aisle is proposing, how much longer they have until the deadline.
And changes to medical marijuana in the first state. We're telling you all about the new rules regarding the drug and how it relates to newly legalized recreational marijuana. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
About 83% of homes have rodent activity. One of the most common signs is mouse droppings. Mice can leave up to 100 droppings every day. Don't mistake these droppings for chocolate sprinkles. What you don't see is more concerning. Mice also leave behind urine. A thorough inspection from a specialist is required to develop a treatment plan specific to your home.
Active Pest Solutions, your local pest experts.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at delmarvasportsnetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network, coach who makes a difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Delmarva's Classic Rock. Big 107.7.
This is Coast TV News Today.
January 17th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. It's a fantastic morning on Delmarva. I'm Paige Marley.
You went fantastic. It's 5:32 a.m. in Paige. We're past the halfway point of what I consider the worst month of the calendar year.
Yeah, I think it can be more fantastic than it is right now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get everybody ready.
You're so positive.
I'm trying.
That's why I like you.
I'm not positive when I first wake up, and I kind of just sit there before I have to head out the door. I'm like, you can do it. And I pep talk myself before I open the door and
You do a wonderful job
hit.
because when you
Thanks.
come in, you're like, yeah,
Fake it till you make it, everybody. Just kidding. I've tried to be as real as I can with you. You know who's always real with us? He never
steers you wrong.
Yep.
He's right on with his forecast.
You know who we're talking
I
about.
go to for temperatures and precipitation.
He's with us today. Woo! There he is, Bob Trihey.
Wow, the adoration is amazing. Yeah, wow. Yeah, never fake, that's for sure. I'd give it to you straight and to the point. You know, usually my garage is in the 50s temperature-wise. It was in the 30s this morning. That's how I knew it was going to be cold outside. It's usually 20 degrees colder. 19 in Millsboro, 18 in Georgetown right now, 18 in Delmar, 19 in Bethany Beach. So we've got upper teens, and we've got a northwest breeze that's really strong, Indian River Inlet. You don't want to be outside there right now as it feels like 4 above, 7 in Georgetown, feels like 8 in Seaford, and basically 5 to 10 above. So really bundle up, almost dangerous cold out there. We have clear skies and we'll see a lot of sunshine today, but teens and lower 20s early on by mid-morning, lower 20s, mid-20s by noon. We'll see full sunshine, but icy cold, maybe around 30 in Selbyville, 28 in Dewey Beach, and 30 in Delmar, but that is about it. Very, very cold conditions. So here's your drive cast. Now, the crews took care of the roads, but there still could be some isolated slick spots. We had all that rain yesterday, then it froze up quickly, so watch out for that. And then I gave you the green light for the afternoon commute as we're just looking at cold conditions.
Some good information there, Bob, as there are concerns about the roads this morning. We can get a look here at Dewey Beach. You got not a lot of activity. You got that one car there. If you look on the left side of your screen, you do see what could be a little ice, so there are patches still out there this morning.
Definitely, and a statewide level 1 driving emergency is still in effect. That's according to the Delaware Emergency Management Agency, or DEMA. Now, it will continue into the morning hours today. DEMA's warning the likelihood of icy roads and bridges. I saw some on my way in today. DelDOT crews continuing to treat the roads. So if you're operating a vehicle, you should use extra caution. Non-essential employees, you're actually encouraged don't drive unless there is a significant safety, health, or business reason to do so.
Well, medical marijuana could be expanding if it's accessibility.
And some of those changes are long overdue. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us what is being proposed now in Dover.
Easier access to medicinal pot is on the table in the first state. House Bill 285 would lighten the requirements. You would not need to have a severe health condition to qualify for a medical card.
Improving the program is going to increase access.
Instead, doctors would make that determination. Adam Gores at Columbia Care in Rehoboth Beach says it will help people get the treatment they need.
Doctors should be able to recommend cannabis for any condition that they see fit, just like a doctor can prescribe a medicine for any condition that they see fit. So I think that's a really important change that's going to improve access.
Meanwhile, anyone over the age of 65 wouldn't even need a doctor. The bill would allow for older adults to self-certify for a medical card. Plus, the bill would extend expiration dates for cards that are handed out. I did speak with one person today who didn't want to get on camera, but they did say that they were afraid that maybe people might abuse these new rules if this does get signed into law. But Zoe Patchell with the Delaware Cannabis Advocacy Network says it's a long overdue change.
A lot of those programs began at the initial implementation back in 2011 and have just continued over the last 12 years. So these are long-awaited improvements to the medical cannabis program that will significantly help patients.
A new fight for a new General Assembly as the marijuana debate heats up, with new twists and turns. I'm Charles Reinert in Sussex County, Coast TV News.
Now, similar to this, there are key dates to keep in mind for recreational marijuana now that the drug is legal in Delaware. July is the deadline for the adoption of regulations that are required for giving out licenses, sort of like establishing the rules. So in August, the state's marijuana commissioner will start accepting applications for those licenses. In September, they'll start issuing licenses to sell weed. However, it could still be years before you actually see businesses open up and sell product.
DENREC is looking to use taxpayer money for new water quality improvement projects. Now, under the bipartisan infrastructure law, project proposals will be eligible for two priority lists, either the Clean Water State Revolving Fund or the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund. The department will hold a virtual community workshop on this at 2 p.m. today, and notices of intent for the project initiatives must be submitted to DENREC Environmental Finance by 4:30 p.m. That will date there is February 16th.
The Milton Water Committee set to meet this Thursday. Several concerns on the agenda, notably recent water meter reading complaints from community members. Now, also on that agenda is a discussion and a possible vote on the Water Capital Improvement Plan, as well as town code regulations pertaining to the placement of water meters outside homes.
Maryland Congressman Andy Harris set to hold a hearing on the impact of offshore wind farms. It will take place this Saturday, and this will be at the Roland Powell Convention Center in Ocean City. It will examine the effects of the environment, marine life, and economy. And experts will provide insights, and representatives from U.S. Wind, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, and NOAA are invited.
We're going to take a live look now at our nation's capital. Lawmakers here have a busy week ahead of them as a big deadline inches closer.
Yeah, President Joe Biden is meeting with congressional leaders at the White House today to discuss a supplemental spending bill.
The proposed legislation aims to send aid to Israel, Ukraine, Taiwan, and the U.S. border with Mexico.
Yeah, in order to prevent a partial shutdown, the House and Senate, they have to pass short-term funding extension and get it to the president's desk by Friday. Democrat Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says a bipartisan effort is needed for the continuing resolution.
But Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson getting grief from some in the GOP, including the House Freedom Caucus, who posted, quote, "This is what surrender looks like."
Fallout continues to mount against Boeing following the door plug blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight, including a new lawsuit. 4 passengers are suing the company, according to a release by attorney Mark Lindquist. The attorney says the incident caused the passengers, quote, fear, distress, anxiety, trauma, physical pain, and other injuries, end quote. The FAA and NTSB are investigating the incident, and the 737 MAX 9 remains grounded.
ABC News canceled its New Hampshire primary debate that was scheduled for tomorrow after 2 of the 3 qualifying candidates declined to participate. This comes after presidential candidate Nikki Haley said she would only participate in the debate if former President Donald Trump would be there. With DeSantis now the only candidate committed to Thursday's debate, the network canceled the event. The next Republican presidential primary debate is set for Sunday. just 2 days before the New Hampshire GOP primary next Tuesday.
Still more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead this morning, Maryland Governor Wes Moore stops a budget cut to its transportation department. We're telling you how the new move impacts the Eastern Shore.
Also, Kelsey could be saying goodbye as the longtime lineman and Eagles fan favorite contemplates retirement. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Jerry Thompson. Dr. Gerald Jerry Thompson served in Vietnam with the 82nd Airborne Rangers. He returned in 1968, soon meeting his future wife, Colleen Ann Connell. In 1972, Jerry began inspiring students as Milford High's music teacher and band director, sharing his passion for music. Remembered fondly, Jerry's legacy in education and music lives on.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Sign up to grow your team at the 2024 Draper Media Job Fair, powered by Premier Staffing Solutions. Be a part of the best marketed and most successful job fair on Delmarva, according to past employers who participated. The Draper Media Job Fair is Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 2 in the Jason Building at Del Tech in Georgetown. Meet over 1,000 applicants looking for work. For more info, go to wbocevents.com.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives. They're coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy to chop salads in seconds and cut frozen solid meat with ease and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp guaranteed. A complete set of chef knives can cost you hundreds, but today you can get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. Order right now and we'll even ship them to you free. Now get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone. The last knives you'll ever buy.
Call 1-800-645-8074 or go to buynutriblade.com.
On the next Tamron Hall, it's a daytime exclusive interview. Shocking confessions from Jersey Shore's Mike the Situation Serentino. We knew they were wild, but Mike says what cameras didn't see was even wilder. From drug abuse to the depths he took to hide his addiction, Mike reveals it all in his new explosive memoir. Plus, Mike's wife Lauren joins what it's like being married to the man known as The Situation on the next Tamron Hall.
Wednesday at 3 on Coast TV.
Just about 5:43 on this frigid Wednesday morning. Here's our Tidal Health Cam from Seaford. Mainly dry roads, but still watch out for some isolated slick spots. We had all that rain yesterday, and then it kind of flash froze. So still some slick spots and actual temperatures right now into the upper teens. It is just frigid out there. And then adding to the misery are these northwest winds around 6 to 12 miles per hour, but up to 21 Indian River Inlet. So that is a windy spot, and they're pretty gusty as well. So that feels like temperature. It feels like 7 in Georgetown, only 4 above it, Indian River Inlet, and 9 in Redden. So you want to cover up those extremities. It's in your checklist today. And also watch for the icy roads. Make sure you have the hat and gloves, the heavy coat, the gloves and mittens. Warm up the car, maybe drive the kids to the bus stop, have the warm beverage and cover up the extremities, and have the sun glasses as well. We'll see sunshine later today. In fact, all day.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. Lake Forest Wrestling is looking to stay unbeaten tonight as they take on a Delmar squad searching for a conference victory. In our game of the night, Lake Forest takes on Delmar. The Spartans have a 5-0 record and are coming off a victory over Indian River. Lake has a very experienced team with a number of returners, including 5 seniors. On the other side, Delmar has a young group with a bunch of freshmen starting, but they have a couple of athletes who competed at states a year ago, including Logan King, who qualified as an 8th grader. The Wildcats hope to improve to 2-2 on the season with a victory tonight. Action starts at 5:30 p.m. Check it out live on DSN. To the NFL, the Eagles had a tough ending to what started as a promising season, and an emotional Jason Kelsey was seen on the sideline Monday night in what is said to be his final game of his career. After 13 seasons in Philadelphia as one of the top centers in the league, Kelsey is retiring, according to sources with ESPN. The 36-year-old wrapped up an incredible career as a Super Bowl champ, 6-time All-Pro, and just the 5th center in NFL history to have those selections, and the 4 others are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That'll do for sports. Have a great day.
Into entertainment news now. Movies, music, and a current war shapes a 19th century ballet. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Your loneliness intrigued me. Why are you here? I might be of help. I wish to assist you in your emotional distress. I don't need your help, but you do.
Here's your first look at Adam Sandler in Spaceman. He's a solo traveler on a long journey, afraid he's losing his wife back on Earth, when he gets unexpected assistance from a mysterious creature hiding on his ship, voiced by Paul Dano. Carey Mulligan and Isabella Rossellini also star. Spaceman debuts on Netflix March 1st.
Just let me take you to a better place.
A sing-along edition of Trolls Band Together is out on 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. Fans of the popular songs used in the movie can belt them out along with Brozone. The classic ballet Giselle is coming to theaters with a roster shaped by war. Leads Olga Smirnova and Jacopo Tisi left Russia's Bolshoi Ballet to protest that country's invasion of Ukraine. They're now with the Dutch National Ballet, whose Giselle is in theaters on Sunday, January 21st. Info at giselleballetcinema.com. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
A frigid start to our Wednesday. Boardwalk Plaza Cam. Crickets on the boardwalk for good reason. It's very cold out there. We'll see some sunshine today, and it does warm up a little bit, and that leads to some snow, I think, as we go into Friday, followed by a frigid weekend. I'll have impacts and timing coming up on Futurecast after the break.
If someone is in trouble, you do whatever you gotta do to help them. That's just who you are. Mass casualties en route.
You're here, I'm here, we're in this together. Dr. Ripley, we met before.
Do not treat me like the boy you knew 20 years ago.
Shut down every block between here and Med.
What is happening?
Let's do it.
Chicago Wednesday returns tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards and cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount. So it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-613-4296. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-613-4296 now.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
It's now 5:48 on your Wednesday morning. We are going to take a live look at Seaford right now. Bob, don't deny, I just heard you singing, Baby It's Cold Outside.
Maybe it's good.
Get it, Bob. And you're right. You're not wrong. That's a good song for today.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of Elf.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the bathroom singing. The girl in the shower's like, what?
Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah. So. Anyway, yeah, no, it is cold out there. In fact, it is frigid, and I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just so cold because, you know, this is the coldest air mass of the season so far. Make sure you scan the QR code right there, and that will get you to the Coast TV weather app. You can track the temperatures hour by hour and see the feels like temperature in the wind and all the gory details on this cold. And it's in the upper teens right now. Del Mar through Millsboro and Milton and Bethany Beach, all in the upper teens. 20 in Salisbury. We've got a northwesterly breeze. It just kind of hits you right in the face, and it really stinks. Gusting to 25 Indian River Inlet, 12 miles per hour in Redden. So it doesn't take much wind to knock down that feels like temperature. Feels like 7 in Georgetown, 9 in Millsboro, 8 in Lewis, 6 in Milford. So this is the coldest we've seen so far. So take it seriously. Bundle up, cover up the extremities as we have clear skies. Signature of the cold air is seeing these clouds off the east coast as we see the very cold air going over the warmer Atlantic Ocean. That's kind of a signature look of this Arctic air mass that's in place right now. But it's dry. We have a chance to see the sunshine. That's nice. And that high pressure extends into the plains. So we're looking at the very cold conditions basically all day. Mid-morning, we're looking at lower 20s across the area. By noon, we're looking at mid-20s with the sunshine. And some places might hit 30 today. It might be tough. 30 in Berlin, Selbyville, and Salisbury, but about 29 in Millsboro. Even upper 20s along the coast. And with that wind, it's going to be rough and pretty cold as we go through the overnight into Thursday morning. Now, Thursday, we start to increase the clouds, flow coming out of the southwest a little bit, so that does warm us up, so to speak, through the 30s and maybe some lower 40s as we go through time. But the feels like temperatures, single digits this morning and feeling like teens, even with all that sun this afternoon, and still feeling like teens as we go tonight into tomorrow morning, a little better into tomorrow afternoon. And we do have another shot of snow coming, maybe a little bit of a rain or a mix across the coastal plain as we go into Friday afternoon. But it looks like that snow builds in through Friday and Friday evening, much like the last system, maybe an inch or so of snow, lesser amounts along the coast. We'll nail down those snow amounts as we go through time. But that system kind of blows up as it goes offshore. We'll be on the very edge of that system. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 30 today, 41 on Thursday. So we do recover a little bit. And we have the snow on Friday, about an inch or so, 37, and then that sets us up for a really cold air mass for the weekend, only 27, the high on Saturday. Matt Pentic's going ice skating. 33 on Sunday, and then we do have a warm-up into next week, close to 50 by Tuesday.
Yeah, Bob, I can't ice skate, and it's going to be cold. Maybe I'll give it a go. All right, well, thanks for that. And for more weather updates, make sure you pull out your phone, scan the QR code that we're showing you there. That way you get the First Alert Weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
Instead of cutting close to $150 million of the state's transportation budget, Maryland Governor Wes Moore says that money will remain in place. The cuts were proposed to help the state deal with a budget deficit of over $3 billion. With the most impact to Eastern Shore counties, it's keeping $10 million in the budget for road maintenance. So the deficit remains, and Governor Moore did not state how it will be addressed moving forward.
South Bethany is accepting proposals for 2 concessions for the upcoming summer season. First, the town seeks bids for providing exercise classes on the beach. Town says up to 3 concessions could be awarded, with bids starting at $250 for the season. And then for food enthusiasts, the second bid offers an exclusive 2-year contract to run a beach concession selling food and drinks. Proposals are due by February 29th.
Cape Henlopen State Park partially closing to accommodate a managed deer hunt. This hunt is being organized by DNREC, the department saying the purpose of the hunt is to control the deer herd and protect rare plant species. The park's main entrance will be closed, preventing Bay and Ocean Beach access that's north of Herring Point. However, the Gordon's Pond area and lands on the west side of the Lewis-Rehoboth Canal, those will remain open as usual.
Up next on Coast TV News Today, experts predict that there will be fewer jobs opening in 2024. That means if you get an interview, you have to be at the top of your game, and we'll show you the interview tricks hiring managers use to see if you are a good fit for a company.
When I decided to have my kitchen done, I knew I wanted it done professionally, and that's when I contacted Ellen. She took me to the Delmarva Design Center.
From the moment I bring a customer into Delmarva Design Center, the ideas start to flow. First thing we do is take a stroll around the showroom so we can look at all the different vignettes to get ideas of what they like and see what they react to.
For each of the different aspects that I wanted to change in my kitchen, there were experts here, and everyone was so helpful. They listened to what I had to say, and they had great ideas that helped me put together exactly what I wanted for my kitchen.
My goal is to have the customer enjoy their space as quickly as possible, and Delmarva Design Center helps me do that.
My kitchen is one of my favorite places now. It's something that I use every single day of my life. I'm elated with my experience at the Delmarva Design Center.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Embrace a new journey and kickstart your New Year's resolution in a brand new Subaru from Gateway Subaru. Discover the 2024 Subaru Outback, which represents Subaru's commitment to safety, innovation, and adventure. Right now, lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 4.9%. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
For over 40 years, Pat and Vanna have been leading the way for every wheel-spinning, money-winning moment. All new episodes airing now.
Wednesday at 7 on CoastTV.
A taste of Jeopardy fame on the next Champions Wildcard.
Rosie O'Donnell made a TikTok about me. Very happy that an older woman was doing well on Jeopardy. I was like, who's she talking about?
Wednesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Well, the average employer interviews 7 to 10 candidates for one job, and according to Hire.com, on average, a person will have 2 to 3 interviews before being offered a new position.
But there are some strategies that interviewers use to see if you are the right person for their company. Alexa Lorenzo shows us how to navigate through a tricky job interview.
Resume, references, experience. You think you're all set for the job interview.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. But are you really ready?
So do you have any questions for me?
Well, actually, I didn't really have a lot of time.
According to Indeed.com, 76% of recruiters use behavioral questions to assess soft skills. This includes how you handle the unexpected. First off, the coffee test. Ever been offered a beverage during an interview? Interviewers want to know what you'll do with the cup at the end of the interview. What you do with it will determine if you'll be a good fit for the company. The waiting game, or purposely making you wait past your scheduled interview time to start, is actually a stress test to see if you can keep your calm and your focus when things don't go your way. Business Insider reports a hiring manager trick is to ask an interviewee to spell his former supervisor's name at the beginning of the interview. It helps generate more honest answers as interviewees think their former boss will be contacted. And it might not be so much about what you say, but how you say it. According to a new survey, high performers answer in the first person 60% more than low performers. And be careful how often you use words like always and never. Low performers use absolutes 100% more often than high performers.
We'll be in touch.
Thank you very much. I'm Alexa Lorenzo reporting.
It's now 5:58. It's time for a very quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Hey, Paige, I got a spoiler alert for you.
Okay.
It's cold.
What? I didn't know that.
I know. That's why I'm here.
Just kidding. It's freezing. It's not just cold. It's icy cold,
Yeah.
Bob.
I had no idea until Matt just told
That's
us.
why I'm here.
I had no idea that it was cold out. It's frigid out there. We're looking at temperatures in the teens, guys. Feels like temperatures in the single digits. Warm up the car, bundle up, cover up the extremities. Teens, we're seeing a lot of sunshine today, and we may get up to 30 degrees. That's pushing it. Most of us are in the 20s, feeling like teens all day. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. There is hope on the horizon. 41 Thursday. Snow Friday. Could pick up a quick inch of snow, and then very cold this weekend. 27 Saturday, lower 30 Sunday. But next week, the warm-up begins. We go from the 40s into the 50s. Rain midweek, maybe close to 60 by next Friday.
All right, thanks, Bob. And coming up in our next hour, road worry, the advisory issued in Delaware ahead of your morning commute. All that and more as we continue on Coast TV News Today.